The Nielsen ratings for the failure, which is Agatha Harkness, the series on Disney Plus as we speak, is really, really performing badly now to the point that it has fallen short of the Acolyte in terms of being the lowest weekly rated MCU project till date. And this is very much even worse than so many other projects that have been out there for some time now. So look, this is not looking good. Now this is the Nielsen rating number because they have been released for the premiere of Marvel's Agatha series, and they're falling short of the Acolyte, which has been cancelled after one season. Agatha also looks to have the lowest rating of the weekly release MCU shows. Agatha premiered with the first two episodes on September 18. The series sees the return of Kathleen Han from WandaVision and follows her infamous Agatha Harkness finding herself down and out of power after her fight with Wanda and all that, and WandaVision series. So now she wants to get her powers back, and that's what this series is all about. So now, let's look at the numbers because this is not looking good. Now, the Nielsen reveals that between September 16 and September 22nd of last month, the first two episodes of Agatha were only watched for 426 minutes. 426 minutes. 426 million minutes. Apologies, I made a mistake in that statement. So it's 426 million minutes, which is very bad. Now, for comparison, the first two episodes of the horrible disaster, which is The Acolyte, only debuted to around 488 million minutes watched. This is performing a whole lot worse than that. While Agatha is at the low end of the Disney Plus shows, at least it didn't cost a lot. It didn't even cost anywhere close to what The Acolyte was made for. In fact, it's the cheapest show to date on Disney Plus from the MCU division. In fact, they state that around $40 million was used entirely to make this show. Just only $40 million. That's quite small when you compare it to what they used in making The Acolyte, which cost around $200 million in its production, financing, basically. This is not something to be proud of, but at least it wasn't that expensive. Now, if we try to compare Agatha to other shows on Disney Plus, Agatha looks to have been either the second or the third lowest rated show on Disney Plus, beating Echo and possibly She-Hulk, which is another huge disaster for Disney, which cost them around $200 million to produce at the time. And if you look at other things like Marvel, in fact, Marvel released all Echo episodes at once. But if you take the average per episode, Echo only comes in at around 146 million minutes, basically. And when you now look at Agatha's first two episodes, on average, is 213 million minutes when you compare it against Echo. Echo really, really failed badly. Then She-Hulk was a disaster. She-Hulk, the first episode didn't make the Nielsen rating, but the week episode 2 was released saw around 390 million minutes. Then week 3 saw 472 million minutes. So the fans only watched the first episode that released that week, which is better than Agatha's number in general when you compare them together. In fact, even Miss Marvel also beats Agatha with 249 million minutes. That's from the Nielsen ratings for its first episode. So this is not even a good number by any metric you want to look at it for Disney Plus. Now, to be fair, this thing cost $40 million for Disney to invest. They didn't pay too much to make this project. Make no mistake about it. It's not like they spent a ton. It's not like they spent an arm and a leg to make this project. And even if it's not being watched like that, that they are going to cry over the fact that it's just losing them this little amount at the end of the day. Now, if you look at WandaVision, WandaVision was still better than Agatha because Agatha was watched less than WandaVision, which had its first two episodes watched for 434 million minutes. So this is not looking good by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, the third episode of WandaVision rose to 376 million minutes. And then week four went up to 431 million minutes. WandaVision seems to have had a low start from the get go, but then picked up steam. It picked up steam quite quickly. While when people I won't say they liked it, but I think people started getting very much interested in the show at the time. So it picked steam around its fourth week being shown on streaming. So this is what has happened. So basically, this is an interesting statistics. An interesting statistics Nielsen measured, and so Agatha did did not even do enough numbers to even beat out Secret Invasion. Now, Secret Invasions is another project that brought in 461 million minutes for its week episode. There's episode one that was released. So that's another project that this show did not even beat out in ratings. That's another project that beat this show entirely. And then if you look at Hawkeye, the series, the Hawkeye series, the first two episodes were released in 1 week, which saw around 853 million viewers. And then even if you look at Moon Knight did 418 million minutes. So this is an interesting situation. Loki season one, first episode did 731 million minutes. Falcon and the Winter Soldier did 628 million minutes. So these are shows that easily beat out this disaster. But they didn't spend a lot of money to make it, so I can understand that. So it's fine. It's fine. I will like drop the ratings details for you guys down in the description if you just want to read it. But then again, if you've enjoyed this content, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys very much next time.